諦めない心君とならば頑張れる無駄なことはないよ上を向いて笑おう一度君の時だから
一体どこなんだ。
In the distant future, a majority of humans have left the Earth and the Galactic Alliance of Humanity is founded to guide exploration and ensure the prosperity of mankind. However, a significant threat arises in the form of strange creatures called haiyore, resulting in an interstellar war to prevent humanity's extinction. Armed with Chamber, an autonomous robot, 16-year-old Lieutenant Leto of the Galactic Alliance joins the battle against the monsters. In an unfortunate turn of events, Leto loses control during the battle and is cast out to the far reaches of space, crash landing on a waterlogged Earth. On the blue planet, Gargantia, a large fleet of scavenger ships come across Chamber and retrieves it from the ocean, thinking they have salvaged something of value.
Number 9.
限界みたい私もバイバイ葵バイバイまなみ
Kyo is just another boring nice guy with a boring nice life until he meets a beautiful, curvaceous cat girl while attending a memorial service for one of his ancestors. Next thing he knows, he's laying in bed with this half-naked beauty next to him. Her name is Eris, and she has come to Earth to learn more about its inhabitants as a representative of the planet Katian, and she's decided to set up shop at Kyo's home for her stay on Earth. Unbeknownst to Kyo, there are few organizations who will attempt to capture Eris, looking to keep her existence a secret by any means necessary. What's worse is when people around Kyo turn out to secretly be a part of those organizations. Kyo will have to work hard to keep Eris safe from these shady groups. Things are about to get mysterious, exciting, and most importantly, sexy in Asobi ni Ikuyo.
Number 8.
One night, right before summer vacation, Daichi Manatsu, a second year in high school, sees a weird round rainbow floating in the sky above Tanagashima and ventures there alone. He has seen this rainbow before. With the memories of his father's mysterious death and an encounter of a mysterious boy and girl, Daichi arrives on the island while the alarm of a building labeled Earth Engine is going off. Someone asks him if he's a captain, just as robotic intruders from Uranus called Kilt Gang arrive. The battle around the shining stars is about to begin.
Number 7.
ナルエちゃん。
お姉ちゃんとこ行ってくる。
Kazuto Iisuka is your average 14-year-old boy. That is until he has a run-in with another student at his school, Narue Nanase, when she saves him from an attacking alien creature. During the ordeal, Kazuto discovers that Narue is actually half alien herself and that her father is part of a galactic exploration team. With the encouragement of his friend Masaki Maruo, Iisuka asks Narue out on a date. Narue is reluctant at first, but after Kazuto assures her that he is not bothered by her alien heritage, Kazuto and Narue start their relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend. However, like any couple, they have to deal with their fair share of problems, such as Narue's alien sister Kanaka and Hajime Yagi, Narue's classmate and mythologist who doesn't believe Narue is really an alien and thinks Narue is lying to get attention.
花になりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 6.
よかった機能してるごめんね大丈夫だからね
While testing out his camera on a bridge one summer night, Kaito Kirishima sees a blue light streaking across the sky, only to be blown off the railing seconds later. Just before succumbing to unconsciousness, a hand reaches down to grab a hold of his own. Dazed and confused, Kaito wakes up the next morning wondering how he ended up back in his own room with no apparent injuries or any recollection of the night before. As he proceeds with his normal life, Kaito and his friends discuss what to do with his camera, finally deciding to make a film with it over their upcoming summer break, noticing that Kaito has an interest in a new upperclassman, Ichika Takatsuki. His friend Tetsuru Ishigaki decides to invite her, as was her friend Remon Yamano, to join them in their movie project.
Number 5.
君が心配なんだよ。この前まで敵に占領されてた地上に護衛もなして王女殿下を連れて行ったりしたら、僕にも君を心配する権利くらいあるだろう。
In the distant future, humanity is under attack by the App Empire, a race of advanced humanoid beings possessing vastly superior technology. As countless worlds fall to the App, mankind establishes the Four Nations Alliance, a resistance faction made up of the United Mankind, the Republic of Greater Alkand, the Federation of Hania, and the People's Sovereign of Union Planets. Sekai no Monsho tells the story of Jinto Lin. When he was young, his father sold their world in exchange for a high position in the Empire. Now a young Khan, Jinto must learn the ways of the App nobility and live among those who subjugated his people.
Number 4.
イナオとアビサタオナタナ
ディアス
ウセディロド
1 year ago, an UFO containing 150 aliens crash-landed off the shores of Kasai. Because no one could fix their ship, the Japanese government decided to bestow upon them the designation Dear S, and making them into Japanese citizens, teaching them the language, customs, and culture of Japan. However, in order for them to become more familiar with human society, a Homestead program has been enacted to allow them to mingle with other humans. One misty morning, a truck carrying a capsule that housed one of these aliens ends up dropping it into the riverbank, releasing her from her confinement. She is eventually found by a high school student named Takeya Ikuhara, who saves her from being hit by a truck and takes pity on her despite being extremely distrustful of the race and wanting nothing to do with them.
Number 3.
とへえそっちもそういうつもりだったんだこれで婚約成立だねじゃ結婚しようリトなんでお前が結婚
Timid 16-year-old Rito Yuki has yet to profess his love to Haruna Sairenji, a classmate and object of his infatuation since junior high. Sadly, his situation becomes even more challenging when one night, a mysterious stark-naked girl crash lands right on top of a bathing Rito. To add to the confusion, Rito discovers that the girl, Lala Satelin Yadaluk, is the crown princess of an alien empire and has run away from her home. Despite her position as the heiress to the most dominant power in the entire galaxy, Lala is surprisingly more than willing to marry the decidedly average Rito in order to avoid an unwanted political marriage. To Love Ru depicts Rito's daily struggles with the bizarre chaos that begins upon the arrival of Lala.
Number
8 years after the events of Macross F, a mysterious phenomenon known as the Bar Syndrome is gradually consuming the galaxy. It's up to a new generation of highly capable Valkyrie pilots to deal with this universal menace. And if they didn't have enough on their plate already, the Aerial Knights Valkyrie fighter team from the Kingdom of the Wind have come to challenge the Delta Squadron.
Number 1.
まひろさん。
変な、なんだよ。
Mahiro Yasaka is just an ordinary high school student, until one day he is suddenly attacked by a dangerous monster. Just when everything seems to be lost, he is saved by a silver-haired girl named Nyaruko, who claims to be the shape-shifting deity Nyarlathotep from horror author H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos, sent by the Space Defense Agency to Earth. She explains to Mahiro that the creature chasing him was an alien called Nick Gaunt, who had planned on abducting and selling him as a slave. After rescuing him from the alien, the Lovecraftian deity falls madly in love with Mahiro and forces herself into his household, much to his chagrin. Moreover, they are soon joined by two others from the fictional universe, Cthulhu, a girl obsessed with Nyaruko, and Hasta, a young boy easily mistaken for a beautiful female.